Hello, hello world. Hello, all heroes. You are all welcome once again to OnPassive Heroes. Like I said before, my name is Naomi Intimensa, all the way from Austria, Vienna, and I will be your moderator for the day. You are welcome. We welcome all the leaders. We welcome each and every one. You are with heroes. Thank you so much. So with us not wasting much time, we call upon our tech team. We are going to, we will have an update of a video clip from our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufari.
All right, I'm going to play that clip. It's about 29 minutes long. I think you'll enjoy it. Mr. Mufara attended Friday Night Live on June 3. He blessed us with his presence and he shared some wonderful information I think that you will all enjoy.
Thank you, Auntie Lynn.
Hope you're doing great.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you for all the great information. I did listen to Colin's part. Is it Collins with an S or Colin? No S or no
Collins
S?
with an S.
Because that's how you spell it. Most people call you Colin. Let's make a correction, everybody. He's Collins. Okay, that's what I thought. You are a Scrum Master, no doubt. Absolutely, no wonder. I was really thrilled on how you broke down the framework, and you have been that direction for sure. Like, this is exactly how we're doing it. And I agree with you. I did listen partially to Oliver, and I hope everything is okay with Vincent. And definitely, I'll catch up with Bob's. I got a little bit in and out. I have something called family, and sometimes it takes your time, but I will catch the recording. I would have missed this. I think, Lynn, you are an educator, like you have a master's degree, and I believe
in
Lynn,
education, my field is counseling, working with the deaf, working with university level students, and working with the disabled.
So in colleges and universities, there is, like, especially the American system, we have credits and hours. Each course, topic, subject has certain amount of hours. Sometimes what you're allowed to take in a term, let's say 15, 18, the average. And sometimes on your subject of study, let's say your major, you don't have enough credits available that fits your schedule. So what you do is you take something called elective topics, and those are, to me, are complete waste. Somebody's studying, let's say, medical or computer engineering, and they go and take American history or religious studies or international politics, art, something completely will not be used in their career. So they will spend 4 months term listening to that, spending money, time, energy, and we call it elective, but they take it. I don't know why we have it. But this is elective, as Lynn said, and I really want to thank her and all the volunteers with Ron Halbert and all the supporters who find the time on Friday night. It is really elective, okay? Yes. Nobody has to come here. The difference between traditional education and this is, number one, desirable. This is related to our life and it matters. And most importantly, we don't have to pass. There's no tests or grading. Listen, get as much as you can. If you don't get it, not going to be punished or penetrated, not in any way, or penalized or anything. So you are going to be completely fine. if you don't get it. Okay, this is completely volunteered session, I believe, from all of us, and I think they are doing outstanding work. We are fortunate to have you. So I get a lot of insights, and I think it's a good bridge between hardcore uh, technical computer terms and then everyday life for average people play English.
Mhm.
That's a good thing. So that's why I kind of, it's important to me, and you know how passionate we are about technology. So I do uh, really get a good vibe coming here. So that's why even sometimes I'm not planning to come, I find that I just want to come and show my support and my gratitude. It is quite helpful, and thank you for all what you do. And I hope you know we continue this. This is definitely free education for all of us, and you don't have to pass. No, no punishment, no penalty, no failing, no passing. It's you get what you get. So going back to William, I think let me break it down. If you want to connect the two, there's something called fiber optic, okay, in internet connectivity, or they are literally pipes, okay, and the material, the form is glass, believe it or not, glass, okay, and that's what transmits and transforms information, data, okay. So the bandwidth or what's being transformed, okay, transferred between machines has to go through connections. It doesn't fly, even if it's called cloud, still has to be stored on actual physical servers, still has to be transferred through, and it travels through those fiber optic pipes and wires, cords, however you want to call them. Now, the laser part is for the testing. Okay, it is not. It is not for the data transfer. It is for testing. So the test has to go through ahead. You have to do the ping ahead of the data and do the connection. Once you do that, then you start. So the laser take it for speed, and the other one is for now future. Okay, and I saw Lynn Nakamoto posted that a good 2-minute video about the laser optic. Okay, or it's the future of the optical data. So meaning it's for more for the visual. So it will be faster. It will be more dynamic. Okay, when it's used through that laser connectivity, and it can go back and forth between the sender, the recipient, satellites, and different components and all that. It has time, and it's probably eventually it can be cheaper. Okay, so those are the uses of laser. We don't want to overanalyze things sometimes. Sometimes it's a supplement. Sometimes it's an initial thought and idea that we are going to continue building on that. But as you heard Collins in the beginning, he was telling you about all the different elements of our business. So sometimes I think these guys, God be with you, because it's hard to pick. Whether you're going to talk about data center, you're going to talk about the products themselves, you're going to talk about the networking aspect of it, whether it's the servers and the or the design, the framework of it, just like today, the security, blockchain, laser, this, that. There's so many terms involved. And the good news, this is elective class. You don't have to pass. I have to have any test. So just sit down and relax and enjoy that. I do appreciate that Lynn and Vaughn took the initiative to create such a culture. It is, to me, it's more important, but I don't want to push something that might not be as friendly or practical for the masses. Maybe just a few of us enjoy the topic. So continue that. I'm a fan. I will always try to find the time and come hello, or answer some questions or interact with the engineers. But definitely, this is something. It's refreshing to see people who get it. We did nothing short of a phenomenon. I mean, it's magical the way we did it. If I calculate, we don't have to talk now, but one day after we close the founder's position, we can talk about how insanely fast we were able to accomplish this, even a fraction of what you know. So the framework is critical in how you do things, but also the other creative elements in your say management and leadership style, and how you're able to put people. Remember, we're not an existing company. We are a startup company. We're being built from the ground up, still literally recruiting our staff. We're not done yet. We are moving with founders, with developing the products, physical products, factories, data centers. Everything is moving. There's so many major projects, and now I think we are going to be freed. Pay attention to all those who do the live streams. Whether Red and Jeffrey is doing a great job now to break things down, or maybe package them, in a shorter version instead of a longer hour. Marty DeGarmo, obviously, Red is. I heard him saying he's going to be doing one a day. That's a big commitment. Okay, it's something we owe it to him. So we will continue to listen and try to observe more and more of this, evolution, and how we're transitioning to the next phase. Perhaps we will be able to share things that we couldn't while we are still accepting founders. So once we stop accepting founders, it will give us the ability to share the unshared from before. That's all I wanted to say for now. I have people waiting on me, but I'll be happy to address one quick thing. Lynn, if you have anything you wished I could touch, or we can do that next
Sure.
time.
Sure. I'd like to give Bob and Collins one question each, if you don't mind, because they're
Sure.
the techie guys, and there's always something they want to know. So I know they have something to ask you, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Collins, Bob?
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Bob.
Hi. How you doing, Ash?
Fantastic. Yeah, thank you.
When I listen to Connect, the auto translator feature, right? I got it wrong. The way I got it wrong. I thought it was the translation was actually happening real time, and then voice at the other end. I got it wrong. Is that something that could be in the future? Is that something that is in our?
So you're talking about translating?
Yes.
So
for OConnect.
Yeah. So for now, let's talk about only CC. Okay, in real time. Okay, closed caption. Okay, so it's not a physical. Okay, yes. So that's an initial ambition we have. It's not done. Okay. Second ambition, Lynn Nakamoto, I think you're going to be happy. We will see. I'm sure we're going to pick your brain and use your expertise on the topic, which is we're going to try to see if we're able to develop a robot shape, like a chat bot, but an actual figure, okay, that represent us. Cartoonish could be, or robotic, male, female, that will be doing the sign language, if we're able to have a universal language, because it varies from a culture to culture, country to country. So if we're able to have one standardized sign language that the robot, so the textual format is something, but if we're able to animate it with a robot that will be doing the sign, that is also futuristic. Okay, we just don't want to move on too fast, like talk ahead of the game. So let it one thing at a time. Let's bring up OConnect, enjoy it. Obviously there are many phases along the way, and then, we're going all the way with this technology. It's not like we're going to stop after we release OConnect to the market. So wherever there is a value, especially with Academy, if you're able to teach Japanese and somebody in Germany has no clue what they're saying in Cameroon and French or Senegal, and it just will connect the whole world together. I don't think there is any problem of doing it technically. Just you need the time, the effort, and the determination. But it will take. So what? All good things take time.
Take time, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be breathing. I don't think there's any pressure on us. It's not a matter of existence. I feel with those scientists who had to create the vaccine for COVID-19, like now, because people are dying. Okay, versus this is a different priority. Versus, something will ease our life and improve it. It doesn't. It's not like life-threatening. Yes.
Yeah.
Hit me. You or Oliver, anyone. Just one more thing. Yeah.
So this Collins, yeah. Just a question, because we just touched about Academy, and I had this discussion with Oliver because we've done presentation and we talk about Academy, but it's about certification, because if we look at the other platform, what they can give is certificate of attendance, and the certificate of attendance is worthless. So is this something that Academy is looking at? So for instance, if we have Academy, you go online and you take a study, someone in Africa or Asia who doesn't have money to go to a certain location to sit for the exam. Is this something that, I know it's not now, it's something you are thinking that they can bring the portal where they can take their study and then have that certificate which is accredited and internationally recognized? Because
yes, we're working on that right now. Yes, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, even masters and PhDs, not even bachelors, masters and PhDs in
That
business, in
That
finance, in IT, and health management.
Wow.
Journalism.
Yeah.
Media.
That is a
I'm sorry, not journalism, media. So like all forms of media, especially digital media. So yeah, I think we're going to be the better form of universities.
Wow. This will be a game changer. I hope all the...
And you touched upon, I'm not sure, Jeffrey talked about metaverse, like he brought up, I think, yesterday or the day before. If we succeed, I'm not saying we're there, if we succeed to develop a good metaverse for, let's say the School of Health, for the dentists that, the top doctors with us, okay, they're anxiously excited about this. So if we succeed to go that direction and bring it up and integrate this with Academy, you can train technicians, okay? You can literally any career, profession, even we could, allow me to say it, penetrate the medical field, and even you can train it's like a stimulator, like how do you call it? Like a stimulation of a robot or a skyrocket or. So there's no stopping. Now, if we're able to, okay, we're not there yet, but knowing our optimism and excitement, and we're not lazy, we're not afraid to venture, we will definitely go that direction. But when we get there, I don't know, schools should just give them to homeless people and have a good meal.
This is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I hope the founders, those who are thinking and those who are online, please listen to this and digest it. It's crazy. the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of school fees will disappear, because you can see it in the comfort. We know how much we have paid. Sometimes we go to all this online, all online study application. We study, they give you certificate of attendance, which is worthless. We have to go and pay extra money to get certification. Again,
I'm gonna even comfort you with one thing, not even to get to the metaverse. Let's go back up a little bit just to talk about the certificates. Okay, so let's say we're gonna have a building. It is where the teachers are, OnPassive teachers. Okay, some of them will teach virtual. Okay, doctors, masters. Okay, some of the from their own home. Some of them, or different location of OnPassive, some of them come to the actual physical university. Okay, so they will come there and you'll take class. But let's say somebody in Gabon, okay, or Guatemala, they don't have the ability to travel, let's say, to get a Canadian or British reputable degree. They will stay where they are, home, cut the travel cost, the regulations or logistics boundaries or barriers such as visas, all of that, and travel restrictions and all. So they stay where they are. The university accreditation is in the US or Europe or any good university, the Middle East or Asia, Singapore, and you finish your class faster because you don't have to commute, you don't have to do that. Let's say you get an MBA, typically how much would it cost you? I mean, it could, with the cost of living, campus, all of that, it could go 50, 60,000, depending on where and all that, okay? But it's tens of thousands. It's not going to be depending on where you go. If you're able to get that for a couple of thousands, how much you've saved? The teachers are still, being able to make it. So saving time and instead of like 3-4 years, okay, you can get that in a matter of months if you're able to focus. You could even have 2 masters at the same time. You have a master and follow it with a PhD or at least a bachelor's degree. It will open a whole new possibility for those who are interested in degrees, and why not, to have most of us or the future students to learn something about technology. You will have work until you die, no doubt. You just get a degree as the access to the field and get that first career. Then once you develop, hey, OnPassive will always be looking for sharp people with talent. So if you're able to save time, and while you're being a student in Academy, you will make up times. There's a possibility make up more money even while you're a student. Walk away with a degree and a business, and kind of a solid, sustainable income. I don't know. It's hard to envision people will still go and be like a local community or 2-3 years just to get an associate degree, and it doesn't pay well. No matter what field, with the hassle, with the cost, and all of the examinations and all. So it just, I think we're going to remake and remanufacture the educational system and the education system. I'm not thrilled about what's in there, but we can pick what's working. All in all, I think we're already working on that as we speak. We are working on degrees, and we are speaking with professors, and it's under work as we talk. That's my word. I'm talking publicly now, so you will be able. but also there are some affiliation. So in the future, there will be an affiliation between so-and-so university and Academy, OnPassive Academy / university, where if you do this, it's kind of equivalent, okay? That also will open doors. Now, go back with the tools and the systems, go back if you're able to also acquire, and this is not ready, it will not be ready this year for sure, but we are ambitious. If some in the future, if you're able to complete different language, you're able to cut that barrier and start, a new degree in a different language. So let's say your main language is English, and you happen to admire a Malaysian university, okay, and it's a different language. Up until OnPassive, it's impossible. How could you learn in a different language and still succeed? Not going to be okay. It's possible, and trust me, it'll work. And what I gave away, it wasn't an example. It was a real thing that is happening.
Mr. Ash, is there an OnPassive system administrator program in place, like a course?
Yeah, that's beautiful. I will give that for free. I don't think I'm interested. Yeah, I might like what we're doing now. If I get your point, yeah. So we can give the OnPassive education, okay, whether the business model, the financial model, or the technical model. Yeah, of course, different products. Yeah, up until now, I think I'm not sharp enough to make it a business. Okay, others would yell at me, and so far I thought make it transparent, just open source. Everybody can get that knowledge. Why not? But before I go, I just want to say the data center, which is potentially going to be, all the connections are ready by the end of the day tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna have to mention the time zone. We're on track live on Monday and start migrating our hybrid first development. Like I said, we finish the development. Once we stabilize it, have enough servers, we go to the production. And you can break down the difference for the audience, the difference between development and production environment. Mm-hmm. And then, I think Colin also mentioned that in the past. He showed some, but just in plain English. So we will start moving the development part of OnPassive products on Monday. Everything is on track. And also it is mandatory to have a minimum of 2 internet connections, and those are live and they're working perfectly fine. So that's where also the laser component. So we have primary connection. If it fails, if it's sketchy, if something we have to care for it, there's a second one that will take over, hybrid, and so forth. So I don't know. Of course, we're talking about generators. You understand the importance of having light. Of course, the place is important where we take it. It's not, we don't want to go where the power goes off. So we hope that we will be able to have like a 100% uptime. If not, like the worst, it would be just very close to that. It's above 99.999. So the backup, whether it's power, whether it's internet, one fails, you don't go down. You're not going to feel a blink, nothing. We don't go down. So that's already done. Everything is live, and I see the screens, and it's beautiful. Everything is as beautiful. We probably touch up on that on Monday if we have time. But forgive me, I'm gonna have to take off. Amazing work. I appreciate you, and can't wait to see you next time.
God bless you, man. Thank you.
We have to
Thank you.
bring Collins and Vincent next time from the other side. Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks
Have
for
a
coming
good
on,
one.
Ash.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
absolutely, Ron. Thank you, brother.
Thank you for sharing
Thank you,
all of
Len.
that. Appreciate you.
Of course, yes. We'll talk next time.
All right.
Have a
Thank you,
good one.
buddy.
Bye.
Take care.
Wow, wow, wow. This was so incredible. Some of us missed it, but thank you guys. We were able to see what went on, and we are so grateful about that. Thank you so much, Auntie Lynn. Yes, indeed, we are the game changers. We are the stars, and we shall become the hunted. This is so incredible. Oh, Connect, wow. And O Academy, wow, wow, such a powerful product. So if you are still watching us through YouTube and you haven't joined this moving trade, please do as much as you can to join this wonderful family. Yes, indeed, we are so in it, so win it. Without not wasting much time, I call upon Brother Collins to take us through the technical aspects of the product. Brother Collins.
Thank you, Sister Naomi. I just want to
welcome.
Welcome to the Sunday founders and guest webinar. So this is great. It's a great time to be a founder in OnPassive. We've just listened to our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, and we just listening, and it was the Friday Night Live when we have all of those talking, Lynn and Ron show. So we are blessed to always have him every time. So the topic he gave us is what we discussed last time, and I'll just read the topic. Normally, I will just go, because we've been talking that this is a seed webinar. I think all of us here, those moving from one webinar to the others. No, I just want to greet John. John Barrelli is always with us, taking note. So, we've been moving and we've been really explaining all what Mr. Ash Mufara gave us. And today is just one of the last topic. I'll read the topic, but I will really go brief because I don't want to take too much time. So the topic goes as follows: having minimum value products, MVP, then sprint by Scrum Master, then a bigger product release and multiple releases, preparing the product for the marketplace and going viral. That's the most important thing. Preparing the product for marketplace and going viral. So if we look at the stage we are now, we are about it. For those who have been missing, sleeping, waiting, asking questions, not joining webinars, your advice is, please, you snooze, you lose. Because the moment you miss one particular time of the webinar, honestly, you can't catch up. And when you go and say what is happening, nobody can really explain, because where will you start and where will you end? So the best thing is to join webinar, especially now, because Mr. Ashford is coming over and over and over to give updates. So without taking too much time, I will share my screen and we go through it briefly. Please forgive me if I just shorten it, because we've been doing it. If you miss anything, go back and watch the other webinars. There's a lot we've done since from Friday up to now, the same topic. So let me share my screen. I'll go and we talk about it. So it's about product development, software development life cycle, following this Scrum methodology. Sorry. Just want to close that, minimize. Need to take this off. Take that. What's this?
Can you go to the full screen mode, Collins? It'll show better on YouTube. Oh, there, it looks good. It's perfect now.
Yeah, I just want to take one of my, I need to minimize this. So, all right. So can we see my screen now? Is it fine? Is it fine?
Yes. It's full screen. It looks good.
Full screen, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So I really want to put this slide more, but just like, because I will not take too much of the screen. So I will just talk about just 2 slides. 2 slides here, and that is it, because I want to give chance for Bra Oliver and Bra Bob to chip in something. So we're talking about, because when we attend webinar, Mr. Ashford always talk about sprint. And these things, they are terminology that people don't really understand, especially the founders. And you know, our CEO is so busy to sit back and break it down is difficult. So he gave us this topic to come and then try to explain. You don't need to know it. Honestly, it's not, as he said, it's a free lesson for those who want to understand what is happening behind the scene. And if you don't really mind, please don't worry about it. It will not cost you anything. There's no exam here to pass. So you can't talk about Sprint without talking about Scrum. And Scrum is a word come from Agile methodology. So Scrum is a subset of Agile framework. So what is Scrum? Scrum is a framework within which people can address complex adaptive problems while productively and creatively delivering products of the highest possible value. So most companies use the Scrum. Most companies, you can go Apple, call all of them. They go by Scrum or they use the Agile process because it's about rapid development and releases. So every time they want to release software in the market, you must go through some of this process using some of this framework. So within this framework, it's a rapid and it's a fast-paced environment. Before I explain Sprint, let's just look at the flow, or I can just explain Sprint. Sprint is a time box. For instance, within everything you do, it is time. Meeting is time. So you time everything. If you said the meeting is 30 minutes, it's 30 minutes done. So not too much talking. Exceed 30 minutes means you're not following the Scrum process or the Scrum framework. Everything you do is timing. There is a time box which you have to do it. So now let's look at this screen. You know, the diagram here, it represents all what a company is doing within this Scrum framework, be it whatever company. This is what our OnPassive is also following. For those who always say, "Oh, it's delay." No, it's not delay. We are very well ahead of time because of this framework they are using and because of the number of engineers that are there building this software for us. So look at it. Mr. Alvaro has everything in his mind. He said, you know what? Call the team, because he already set up the team. One person acting as a project manager, but in Scrum, they don't call it project manager, they call it product owner. Call them, put them together and said, I want to build this, I want to build OMail. Or say Academy, we just talk about Academy, O Connect. Even our back office, you know, the O founder page, screen we are using. So I want to have something like this. Now they said, okay, yes, within this thing is massive. What will you really want first? He said, okay, I want an admin screen. Someone can say admin screen or whatever within that particular piece of work. There is also basic functions. He said, okay, I want this particular function, maybe an admin screen. He said, yeah, all right. Everything Mr. Ash before I will tell them, they'll put it in a container called the product backlog. That is the container where all the jobs that they will do for that particular year or month or year will be in there. Now the Mr. Product Owner will do what? Call the team of engineers, you know, programmers, back end, front end, database administrators, security, QA engineers, and all of those in one room. Put them and said, this is what Mr. Ashmore said, but this is the priority. Now, within that priority, what will happen? They'll have a meeting, a planning meeting. That meeting is 1 day. It's a day meeting from maybe 9 hours, 7 hours, minimum will be 7 hours. You know, just the whole day meeting. You know, the only thing you can do, go for lunch, little coffee, come back, because that meeting is time box, 9 hours. You must go through what you have to deliver for that particular sprint. It says sprint is a time box. Now they break it down into smaller component called, you know, the sprint. Most of the word there, what Mr. Ash will say, they write in the form of a user story because it's vague. User story is what? It's about, like, as a user, I want to be able to do this. As a user, I need an admin screen that I can administer my colleague and stuff like that. That's a user story, but it is vague. So this engineer will sit and break it into smaller component called acceptance criteria. Okay, within that admin screen, as I said, we need a login functionality. We need this, we need that. Those are all acceptance criteria. That is what they will tick, the tick box, and they'll present to Mr. Ash. Is it what you think we should build? They say, yes, you guys are going according to plan. They go now, they put everything into a little container called Sprint Backlog. Within that place, they will start the development. Now, we know, you know, as of the time we spoke with Mr. Ash, they are running on 2-week sprint development cycle. So within that time, they have to deliver that admin screen, just the admin screen or the functionality. 2 weeks, they go. Now they have one man who's also sitting there called the Scrum Master. He is the bridge. He is the one who is a bridge between the product owner and the team. His job is to make sure the team focus on what they are doing, the task at hand. No distraction, because they have committed to do it. Within Scrum, there is no title. You have just the two titles, product owner and Scrum Master. The rest, they are all teams. And the Scrum Master can be part of the team as well, working and deliver, building. You know, it's not like you sit and fold your arms and say, oh, I'm the boss. No, there is no boss in Scrum, because it's a cross-functional team. It's a cross-functional team, you know, self-organized team. And everyone sit and contribute their ideas to deliver a software within a certain time frame. So they sit every day. They have a daily stand-up meeting. They will sit and look at what they have done yesterday, what they're doing today. If they have any bottlenecks, they resolve it and they move on. Within that 2 weeks, they will build the software and they push it in a box, the incremental box, this little box. There, it is ready for review. Mr. Ashford always talk about, oh, they have to demo something to me. I'll watch it and I'll see if it's great. I'll come and tell you guys, the founders. That is called sprint review. Review it. If everything is okay, happy days. They move into a next meeting called retrospective. That meeting at sprint review will be about 3 hours just to review all what they've built. They move into retrospective. That's time box again, 90 minutes. Verify everything. And within that retrospective, it's about reflecting. It's about lesson learned. What we have done well, what we did wrong, what we should stop doing it. You know, all of those little discussion, and the team sit again. There is no boss. Every day is just a free speech for everybody. Anybody can start first. Just say, I did this wrong, I did this well, and it's not blame game. They don't blame anybody. You succeed as a team and you fail as a team. That's how it is. But the truth is, at one point, you do something or you're not really picking up and you are exposed, then they will eliminate you from the team because you are not fit for purpose, because you can't be bringing the team down. But again, there is no blame game. There is no blame game. I can't sit and blame my colleague. That is why they have the value. Respect is one. Courage is one. Openness is one. You know, you have commitment is another one. So you have all of those values you must have to work in this part of environment. And within that, they will build the software until they will build it where we have the minimum value products, which is acceptable to even deliver to the customers. And they can build it again until they have a full-blown product. As we know that we have full-blown OMail, that will be the best of the best email as we speak. There is nothing that will beat OMail. That is a full-blown product. And what will happen? There will be compounding, releases upon releases. Because if you stop there, your competitors will beat you, you know. So they will compound. So that's why we are saying OnPassive is ahead of the game, 10 years ahead of the game. And that is how they compound. Until now, we are saying OnPassive is about to unleash this product into the market. Our CEO told us we are ready to go with some of the products with our data center. And I'll leave it there. Our team, Bra Oliver, will chip in something. And Bra Bob, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Brother Collins. Wow. Thank God some of us do not need or to know all those things before we join OnPassive. So if you are still hanging out there, don't mind about the technicality of it. All you have to do is to come and register as a founder and you are good to go. Thank you so much. If Brother Oliver is around, please can you add up to what our Brother Collins just said?
Yeah, I just want to be very.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Naomi. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. I hope we are all fired up with all the good information that has been coming and the final date for the shutting down of the founder position. That means that we'll be hearing a lot of stuff. I'll just give a brief summary about the security that is in the Agile Scrum framework. And the Agile framework, at least we do understand, and we saw on that diagram that we have the product backlog and the sprint backlog. That is where all the data, all what they are building, the database guys, the developers that they write the code, the security guys. That is where all the data are being stored in in that product backlog and Spring backlog. So, and it has to be secured. And since we have AI that is embedded in our in all our product, that AI now that has its own security plus the other connectivity that comes into our cloud data center, which is hybrid, is a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing also for us. So the security there is good, perfect. We should not be scared even from the bad guys. With AI also that gives us the automated dictation and action is there also that they can't even penetrate to get into our site. And in that 2-week sprints, as my brother Colin said, that is the only language that they want to hear there is result, and the result is success. So if you are not that type of person that you can work in a fast-paced environment, you cannot be there, you cannot work there, because they have that daily stand-up meeting that they come in and out in the morning for 15 minutes. You say what you did the previous day and the work what you do that day, that same day. You have to debrief the team, so it's a fast-paced environment, and everything that they are doing in phase 1 from the beginning of that circle, they want the security involved. You cannot move right up to the end before you want to go and talk about security. No, you talk security there from the first day, that product has been initiated. You talk about security. When they finish with that, the test, the check, pass, move to the next spring. Again, also for phase 2, that they come out with their requirements. Again, phase 2, do what they want to do, write the code. The database guys and all the security is also embedded into that second phase. Move right up to the last phase, and the last phase it depends on how that particular product. Like we do have O-Trim, Staff, O-Connect. They went through this process. Now that we are in the final stage, and when it comes to that final stage, they cannot roll it out without testing it. They have to test and check every blessed thing, every blessed feature that is there. They have to check it in a non-production environment. That is a replicate of that production environment. What does that mean? It means that they will test it in another environment that is the same. It's the same like the production environment that they have to roll it out. So in that last phase, they have to do a thorough pen test, which is, I always call it, there are 2 types of penetration tests. It's automated pen test and the manual pen test. And that manual pen test is a one-time thing. They have to perform that one-time penetration test. I'm sorry, I do call it, I call it pen test. It means when I say pen test, please understand that it's penetration test. One-time annual pen test that they hack the system, they secure, they hack the system as if are the bad guys that are out there that want to come and hack our system. So they will behave as if they are the hackers that want to penetrate our system, so they will keep hacking and secure, After that, then now they will bring it down, also now that they can roll it. But let me backtrack again to explain about the automated pen test, automated penetration test, I'm sorry. The automated penetration test, it depends on the company and it depends also on the product. It depends on the product. It might be 2 weeks. The automated penetration test might be 2 weeks, might be 1 month, might be 3 months, might be 2 months. It depends on that particular product and how or their company policy, So after that, now it's ready, and that's where we are now on beta testing with the products. Now they've gone through all that process, and all our products, they went through all this. Process. Then comes now another one that they have to roll out the products to the marketplace. At least we all know how secure our system are. We know how all the connectivity, how secure all the tools that they use, fiber optic cable, the 5G. Now the CEO has added the laser on top of it. I'll leave my brother Bob will talk about that. So the firewalls that we have that are also in different locations, blocking all that, bad guys cannot come in. So I will leave it there because of time for my brother Bob to come in and explain the compliance side and the laser. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Brother Oliver. Wow. We are so proud of you guys. Brother Bob.
Yes, now Sister Naomi. Hello, everyone. Good to see
Hi.
everyone. It's good to be here. Greetings from Bel Air, Maryland. It's a beautiful day today here. I've said this throughout the week. One of the most beautiful things that will be said about OnPassive when we launch, as our CEO, as you heard from the video that we just played, is the time that it has taken for us to get to this point. He says that he's going to tell us when the founding position shuts down, he's going to tell us how insanely fast it has happened. Because us here, the three of us here, our brother Vincent is not with us today, would attest to you that this is extraordinary just for us getting here at this point, understanding the scope of this project that we are all on. So, and we believe that strongly that it is the approach that Mr. Ash has taken, the Agile Scrum framework, which Brother Collins has brilliantly explained. So I'm not going to go for too much into it, but it is just the way the man has approached bringing in all the professionals and getting them together to work in a high-paced, high-stress environment that is delivering the results that we are seeing today. One of the critical aspects of the system is our database, where our data resides. Collins told us we have the product backlog and the sprint backlog. That is where all the work is done, right? It's just in our database. Brother Vincent is not yet, but the database is the most critical aspect of the system. It holds all the information. So now we are being told by our CEO, we know now that I think within the next few hours we are going live in our own environment. That is a very beautiful. That's something that we ought to celebrate, because now we are moving away from AWS. We are moving into our own data center. It should be live by tomorrow. So that is worthy of celebration. And then guess what? They're going to start moving a development environment, and then they start dropping the products in there. That tells us that we are very close. We are right there while doing all other things. But the CEO also dropped something very, very, very good for us to know when he talked about the additional laser connectivity into our system. And I use this analogy, which I used in the past couple of days. Just think of it as the sniper on the rooftop that has his gun, right? He sees his target. That's about 40, 50 miles away. He points that gun to that target, and the laser can see the target, right? So he gets the target, and he fires his shot. That laser guides the shot all the way through until it hits the target. Sometimes before the shot travels almost at the speed of sound or the speed of light. That is simply what Mr. Ash is telling us here, as he actually explained, as you all heard. The laser is an additional layer. It's compounding, as he always says, it's an additional compounding to make sure to guarantee that the data, as it travels securely and with lightning speed. It pings the destination wherever this data is going to. It pings that device or wherever you are to establish or make sure that connectivity is there for our fiber optic channels to move the data as fast as the speed of light. But the beauty about the laser internet connectivity is that it gets into everywhere. It's just like the laser, the sniper on the rooftop who points his laser gun. There's no obstruction. Nothing can obstruct it until that shot gets to that destination where the laser is. So too is the transaction that is going through that communication channel. It doesn't matter where you are. It goes into the most remote areas of the world, like in Papua New Guinea, where we know that there's concern because of all the rural areas, and so in Cameroon and other African countries where some of us come from. So that is going to help us greatly, tremendously, to get information everywhere. OnPassive is going to be at the palms of users all around the world. All 8 billion people are going to be able to use and see OnPassive at their palms. So that is a very, very good thing for us. And then guess what? We are going to have our own data center as well in the long run. So customers are going to come in, they're going to flock into us because we have that capability of, moving data fast with lightning speed. In terms of compliance, Our CEO has told us numerous times. We have anti-money laundering embedded in us. Anti-money laundering is part of us, right? OnPassive is one of those systems that is going to be bad news for scammers, all those who are out there who think that they can play the system. No, remember our wallet, you have to, you do your KYC, facial recognition and all that is embedded inside, connecting to OCommerce or all the other areas that you need to use. No, scammers are not going to be able to get to us, or those who want to do money laundering, it's not going to be possible. Remember, AI has that default detective capability that Oliver just told us, right? It's going to see, read your algorithms, read your look at the statistics, trends, your patterns, and everything, and you pick up once the system detects any anomalies. They grab your IP address and they blacklist you, and that's it. You have to be buying new computers and new devices every time to come into our system. So anti-money laundering is part of the system. We are compliant worldwide. We know that we have lawyers all over the world, in every country around the world. They are making sure that we are compliant with the laws of those countries, the various regulations. The ones that we are not compliant yet, we're going to get to them, as the CEO has told us. So that is fine. And then the system is built mindful of privacy regulations in other countries. Those of you in Europe, for instance, Ms. Comfort, Collins, Brother Andy, we know that there's a law called GDPR, right? General Data Protection Regulation. In England and most countries in Europe, even your email address is considered personal data. So yes, the system, it doesn't matter where you are. If you're collecting English people and European information, it must be in a very secure system. So we know that we have the security controls in place to take care of all this around the world. Even here in North America, in South America, and all these countries, they have those laws are in place, but we are building our system mindful of those compliance to make sure we meet the various regulations. And then, of course, we're preparing to go to the market. Our founder, remember the 3 mix. Right now, we are doing what we are branding, we're advertising, and we are marketing. So I'm going to end there, and I'll send it back to you, Sister Naomi.
Wow. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We are so proud of you, our tech team. It's much honored to have you guys here to teach us more about what is really going on, the process and everything. Some of us are novice in it when it comes to IT like this. Some of us doesn't know anything. But hey, it doesn't matter if you know anything about IT technology or not. All you have to do is just sign up and become a founder. And as our CEO said, we have up to 22nd June. That's the last date for you to become a founder, for you to have this opportunity, a lifetime opportunity. So don't just waste time. Hey, it's here. So we are so in it. We've been in it for so long time, and we haven't regretted. And I know when you join us, you will not regret as well. Thank you so much. We have you guys. We are so proud of you. Amen. Anytime that we see you guys, amen, our heart just say, hey, that's heroes. We are the heroes. Thank you guys so much. We are so proud of you. So it is now time with Andy. Hey, our brother Andy will tell us about the sales perspective of OnPassive. Hey, brother. Yeah, come on.
Hi guys. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I love the way you explain things, because even as a total non-techie, I can get or understand where you're coming from. But I like the simplicity of things, and I love the vision that this man has created, because what he's doing with the minimum value products, these are going to bring customers on. So let me give you an example. Obviously, we've got ONET. It is our social media platform, and everybody at the moment has one other option, and that's Facebook. And let's face it, nobody really likes Facebook. You get scammed. I know I have, buying things on Facebook. You can have 2 or 3 accounts and you never know who it is you're actually speaking to. So it's one of those products that you want to use, but you don't want to use, because you want to keep in touch with your friends, but then you get lots of messages, and then all of a sudden you get all these other things that come on from it, like, oh, they're advertising crypto, and you get messages all the time. So we've got ONET. So you're going to have thousands and thousands and millions of people sign up to use a social media platform that has security. One. Now, as Bob has mentioned, you have to go through this anti-money laundering regulation with every account that you open. When you become a customer, you have to prove who you are. Now, this is absolutely genius, because when you go onto ONET, they're going to know who you are. Because at some point in the future, that customer that sees a little button in the top right-hand corner that says, you've got this amount in your wallet, if you click this button to become a reseller, you can take that out. In other words, be paid to use the products that they've come on board to use in the first place. Now, wow, who's going to leave if they're being paid to use a product? But the key here is that you're going to have millions and millions of people come on board. Now, they may not buy anything today. And this is what's classed as a hook. It's getting people to come and have a look at what we've got. Once they're under the umbrella, they're locked to you. So millions and millions of people are going to come on board to use Facebook. And Facebook have got, what, 3.5 billion people subscribed now. If you take off probably 500,000 of those with people that have got 2 or 3 accounts, this gives you a good understanding of the fact that people want to be able to communicate with friends and family, want to be able to do it the right way. But when you come on board and you prove who you are, you're not going to see false advertising. You're not going to see false accounts, because you have to prove who you are, the correction to the corruption. But as I said, this is the beauty of this system. This is the hook that brings on millions and millions of customers, and they then show these customers all of the other products that we have in the suite, and they go, oh, that's interesting, oh, I like that. Or a video conferencing opportunity, oh, I like that. And they start to pay. So they become and start paying you an income from those customers that start using the products. Now, fantastic. I'm going to relate this, if you like, to a financial services point of view, purely from the aspect of an offshore company that has lots and lots of consultants all around the globe that work in different locations. So one particular company, for instance, has 70 different locations around the globe. And in each location, they've got at least 10 or 20 different consultants. Now, think about an international company. They have, operations globally in different locations. So think about it from a sales perspective, from a financial services point of view. I know that if I have 10 appointments, 2 people are going to say yes, 2 people are going to say no, and the other 6 you can convert. But how about this? How about introducing your customer to do a video conferencing call, like we do at the moment with Zoom, to work out all about your finances, etc., etc. So you've now invited them on to OnPassive platform by utilizing the video conferencing, the OConnect, right? So now these customers, these people, or these potential customers for my industry has now become a customer or a potential customer for OnPassive, and they start to look at the other products. Now, if a company's got 20,000 orphan clients, they can turn 20,000 orphan clients into an income for the company. But take it one step further. You've got managers, you've got the director, you've got the regional managers, area managers, consultants. You can start to use OPEA. So OPEA is an internal communication system, a bit like Skype. But the beauty of it is that you can have a setup for the managers, a setup for the consultants, a setup for everybody. So all of these consultants from a company perspective could become customers of OnPassive, and they then have an additional income stream that comes in. That additional income stream feeds or filters down, and it enables the company to pay for far more things. But just the specific targeted traffic would be good enough for a company like this. So think about all of the people that you come in contact with. What do they do for a living? How would OnPassive be able to help them in their business or individual environment? And you have 3 different types here. You have an individual. So individuals are going to come on to use ONET. Then you have companies, and those companies are going to use it for the HR product, the OConnect products, all of the various bits and pieces within the suite they could use. And then you've got the government system, and the governments are going to use this for the HR possibilities, but also for the OConnect, etc. And they then turn their employees into OnPassive customers. can you see how this could go viral very, very quickly? Hope that helps, guys.
Yes, please. Yes. Wow. Thank you, Andy. Thank you so much. Thank you. You are I think you have masters in numbers. You are so good in it. Yeah. Thank you. Wow, wow. Thank you all. Thank you, guys. That's so awesome. Wow. Good, wonderful presentation so far. And it is now time for our Q&A. So if in case you have any question regarding to what you've just heard, please just lift your hand up virtually, and our co-host will unmute you so that you can ask your question. So without not wasting much time, I leave the podium to our Q&A sisters. I call them partners in crime, Sister Fumi and Sister Comfort. Please, over to you, ladies.
If I can just say something, good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. Please, for those who are not putting the correct name and their surname and the countries they are connecting for, I see someone putting something like fear for less and the rest of it. I'm going to start removing you from in the next 10 minutes if you don't rename yourself, please, because I think this has been spoken for too long. We don't know who is who. We don't know whether you're a spy. We don't know whether you're actually a founder, whether you don't even we don't even know whether you exist in any country. So you cannot be addressing you as relating to the name of your device. So I've put a message in the chat box. I'm going to remove people that don't have their first name and their surname and their country that they're connecting from in the next 10 minutes. And I don't have any apologies for that. Sister Comfort, over to you. Thank you.
For me, or Frank, could you just give a brief explanation of how to change that in case they don't know how?
Okay.
The hovering over the name thing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. For those that do not know how to change your names, if you click on your name, you will see mute, and then you will see more. Click on more, okay? When you click on more, it will give you options of rename. If you look at you scroll down, look at it, it tells you to rename yourself. That is the part where you can rename yourself, okay? Click on more, and then it will tell you to start renaming yourself. Once you click on it, you rename yourself, put your the country where you're connecting from. I can see in the chat that people, all the leaders have been, explaining and saying this in the chat box for since the meeting started, and people are just a bit adamant. So I'm going to start removing people. Now you know how to rename yourself. Now you know that we mean business. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to do that without any apology. Thank you. Sister Comfort.
Thank you, sis. Thank you so much. Thank you, dear fellow founders, heroes. You are all welcome. If you find yourself here, you are a hero. I just want to, first of all, yes, I'm Comfort calling all the way from the United Kingdom. So if you are here and it's your first time joining this group, we call ourselves heroes, type on the chat box. And if you are not yet a founding member of OnPassive, please let us know by typing on the chat section so that we pay particular attention to you. We just want you to be part of this movement, this history in making. So I can see many hands up. So many people are just anxious, and I will definitely come to you. Thank you, wonderful team. The All Tech Pros /bros. I just love you, and I'm so proud to tell the world that you are my brothers, and I partner happily with you in crime. You have done a good job again throughout the week. Mother of the team, Auntie Lynn, you are a star. Thank you so much for accompanying these great gentlemen. You are a power woman. Thank you, guys. Thank you, team. Auntie Naomi, Sister Naomi, I watched you today. I was just laughing. I said, oh my God, is this the Lady Red in the house? Because you're just posing today like one of those big time journalists in town. I just love you all, guys. Thank you for all you are doing. It is not going unnoticed. These hands that are up, guys, thank you for coming. Thank you for wanting to speak. Today, we are not, or anytime we are not again discussing support stuff. If you have any support issues, back office, account and stuff, please join us tomorrow during the roundtable, and we will have, our leaders will have all of your questions answered. Today, we are just discussing about what has been discussed throughout the week. And if you have an opportunity to know about founding position, because we're giving you this last opportunity to hop in, we shall be happy to attend to you. Thank you, guys. And before we go ahead, you know, I talk a lot, but I'm going to stop sometime really quick. My friend, best friend, Andy, you have been my star of the week. Thank you so much. Great performance. Thank you, guys. Thanks. So if your hand is up, you are asking a question relevant either to Scrum, to the information of last week, to founder position, we give you room. No support thing, no support stuff. Thank you, guys. I will just start from none else but my best and big brother in the house, Bruce Gerstein. You are welcome, bro. I'm asking you to unmute now.
Thank you, Comfort. You're such a dynamo yourself. What great energy in the room. I tell you what, I want to thank everyone here. Thank Lynn, thank Naomi. I don't want to go over so many names, but the tech boys are incredible. They make it very clear, very simple. They are a tech support in the rooms here, if you think about it. And Andy was off the chain today. He was great. I want to comment on something that Ash had mentioned, because I went to breakfast with one of my team members today, and she mentioned something that is probably an Ash question. And Lynn, you probably know this too, because you're a teacher. Every college, every university belongs to an association which does accreditations. And I don't know where Ash is when he's talking about colleges and universities. Her question was, is he talking to the accreditation companies? Because they're the ones who give the accreditations, not the schools. Not a single college can give accreditation without their go-ahead. So I'm just wondering if we can ask that question, or that can be discussed a little bit.
Okay, thank you. I want to be honest. Auntie Lynn, can you help? I didn't get really much from my brother.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm sure that's part of the process, but he hasn't gone into detail for us, Bruce. But accreditation would certainly be something he would be working on or has already gotten. But it's just not been addressed publicly, but I'm sure it's part of the whole thing.
I figure his mind is so brilliant, he's already got that going on.
He's always ahead of the game, you know, Bruce, we know that.
I never doubt anything that goes on. I know Ash has got us all, but he's got our back, and we are so blessed to be here in part of OnPassive.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think if he's talking about us having master's and PhD programs, accredited programs, then it should tell us that, you know, he's taking the right steps to make sure that accreditation is there. So even though he has not told us directly, but we can imply that, right? I would think.
Sometimes if you talk to a strong school like a Harvard or MIT, and you get their back before you talk with the accreditations, sometimes that works too. But his mind is the one who's working on that. I'm just, it's like from Gone with the Wind, when the woman says, I don't know nothing about birthing babies. I don't know nothing about birthing OnPassive. I only know that the babies come out.
You know, he spent a lot of time in Boston, so I'm sure, you know, something was being said and done there.
All right. Well, all we know is that the baby monster is about to be shown to the world. So it's just a matter of when and not if anymore. So let's just be excited. So, Brother Bruce, can we move to the next person, please?
Yeah, no, that was it. I like to keep myself within 3 minutes. I don't want to
Sure.
over time.
Sure, thank you. And we really do appreciate. We're happy when we see you here anytime. Thank you. So
Okay,
let's
let's
hear.
go.
Okay, thank you. Let's hear from our own sister in the house, Lori Lunn from the United States of America. Welcome, sis.
Hi, everyone. I was listening to Chris on his YouTube channel, and he had said something about the founder's position ends on the 21st at midnight 02. And I was just wondering, because I was just confused, is the last day the 22nd that you can be the founder, or is it the 21st?
Well, to the best of my knowledge, I know it's the 22nd, but people can confirm this, please. Leaders.
Chris came out with the announcement that on his YouTube, when he came out on his YouTube, that said it'd be the 21st at midnight 02.
All right.
So
I
I believe
think-
it'd be the 21st until midnight is when you can't be a founder.
I think it said it's 22nd midnight. If we watch the live 360 with Mr. Ashmo Farah, when Madi Digamo announced that, he said midnight, the 22nd Pacific time.
Yeah, I wasn't sure why Chris came out with that YouTube video there that said the 21st at midnight.
Yeah, well, I understand. I think it could be out of excitement. A lot of stuff is happening, and there's somewhere Martin wrote something 1st of January instead of June and stuff like that. That's just a very slight mistake. But officially, when Red or is it Marty announced in front of Ash on Wednesday, it was the 22nd, midnight 22nd. So
Okay.
we take that home.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll confirm that tomorrow.
Right. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. John Okrodi, I am unmuting you, hoping that you don't have any question concerning the back office no support issue. You are welcome. Ask your question.
Yes, I want to thank all the whole leaders. Good evening from Nigeria. I want to just comment on the clip I watched. I listened to rather the Mr. Ash talking about the wonderful academy. I'm going to blow the whole world up. But there's aspect like I said, I didn't get, I don't know if I get it wrongly, about the free. Is it that you said I was going to give that academy for free? Did I get that correctly?
All right. I will just let a leader in the house explain something about academy, which will address his concern and a bit more understanding. Can someone do that for us, please? Brother Bob, you were nodding or shaking your head.
Yes, he was nodding his head.
Yes. So I've just asked you to unmute, bro.
Yeah, no, Academy is not going to, it's a product, right? Just like every other product. So people are going to subscribe to Academy, and, you know, he's trying to create an avenue. I call it Ash Mufara bringing the classroom to every household around the world. But now you, John, if you're in Nigeria, you're going to, if you want to attend a course or a program, you can subscribe to it. But the beauty is that the fee is going to be significantly reduced. Courses that would cost you maybe like $50,000 if you were to attend a university in America or England. It might cost you something like around maybe $2,000. You see, so but it is not free. It is not. It's not a free project. Maybe there might be some free versions of as it is in all of our products, just so you can familiarize yourself with it, to know what it is. But it is not a free program, and Mr. Ash did not say that. You have to pay for the courses or for them.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I'm okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, bro. All right. Let's hear from Tanya Karajovinic. Welcome. I've just asked you to unmute.
Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, 5 on 5.
Okay, just to try to clear the question about the time on 22nd of June. We had a real confusion there because of that word midnight. midnight in USA seems something different than in the rest of the world, because in our part of the world, midnight is the end of the day. It seems that in USA, midnight is the start of the day. In fact, Chris and Marty made that video to clear that up. So it is midnight, let's say it, in USA, 12:01 at 22nd of June, midnight Pacific Standard Time. That will end, but it will be 3 a.m. at ADT, Florida time. It will be 8 a.m. in UK. It will be 9 a.m. in Europe, and so on and so on. So please, let's clear that up. It will be 22nd June in some part of the world, depending on the time zone. But it will end at that midnight, the start of the day of 22nd Pacific time. Okay, is that clear enough?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Can I say something, Sister Comfort?
Yes, I don't, for some reason, guys, I really plead that we don't want to belabor this.
Yeah.
Brother Collins, I'm not suspending your word, but I really want us not to belabor this, because whoever wants to join OnPassive will not wait till the last minute or the last second to make it.
I hope so, Comfort.
We've been here since 2018. So Collins is being the last speaker here for 7 seconds, and that will be it with the 22nd of June. And we are moving on, guys. Thank you, bro.
Yeah. So, Danji, I think what you said is right. Normally, when they always give a time zone, everybody has to convert it, because by the time you say we've already converted, we know UK time is 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. in the morning. That's it. So once they give a time, if I said 5 p.m. UK time, it's incumbent for all the founders to convert it to their local time zone. So they cannot go and convert it to this, to that. Then it's just like, who will do all of that? You know? So just convert it to your time. When they say specific time or Eastern time, do your own due diligence, convert it to your time zone, and you know the time straight away. So what you are saying is right. That's perfect. So people, founders should know that. But as Comfort said, once it's gone, it's gone. You will not wait till the last minute, and then you just wait for the last hour, because that 1 minute, they will kick out that, you know, you will not even have time to even become a founder for 1 minute.
All right, I will give room. Thank you, bro. I'll give time now to my sister Marie Pendy. You're welcome. After this, I would like to have a chat now with our leaders who have been doing a great job throughout the week. So, Marie, please, you have the floor.
What Colin said is what I was just about to say. In one of Marty's video, he said we're going to use the.
It's a bit low. I don't know whether it's only me.
It's hard to hear, Marie. Can you raise your volume?
Yes, I am.
Thank
Can
you.
you hear me now?
Thank you. It's
yes,
a little bit better.
Yes,
a little bit better.
I was saying that I just wanted to add to what Collins just said. That's what I was going to say. In one of Marty's video, he specifically said it was going to be the Eastern Standard Time. So when the clock says on the 22nd of June at 12:00, that is, so the 23rd would be like 12:01. On the 23rd, 12:01, that it's shut down. So it's taking the entire 24 hours of the 22nd. That's what I think he specifically said.
Yeah, thank you, sis. That's enough. Thank you.
That's enough. Thank you.
Somebody needs to turn down.
Somebody needs to turn down
This is very uncomfortable, guys.
This is very uncomfortable, guys.
Can you hear me? All right, it's gone now. It's gone. Okay, thank you once again, guys. To the tech team, I have a few questions, after which I'm afraid Andy is going to do a lot of talking, because he said a lot of stuff about sales and things like that, which we would like to know. Guys, once again, if you are joining us, you are very welcome. We are only answering questions relevant to stuff that has been discussed throughout the week. No support questions would be answered today. Take them to Monday roundtable. So this goes to especially Brother Collins. You have been talking about the order in which you operate in your Scrum environment. I may be using wrong words somewhere, but I know that you will put things right if I go wrong. There seems to be a kind of operating in a hit and miss. There's no particular order and so on. So what happens, because I understand from what you've been saying that there's this time, there's this pressure, you need to work fast and meet up with time and deadline and so on. What happens when you meet the 9th hour and you're ready to deliver or to deploy the product? You discover that there was a mistake either at the beginning or in the middle of the process of the product development.
That's a good question, Mr. Comfort. You know, if you look at the Agile Scrum, there is always inspection every day. So that's why you have the daily stand-up. So they inspect what you are doing as they move along. So by the time you hit the 9th hour, you must have already corrected most of the major issues. And when they go in right to that last minute of the 1 week sprint or 2 week sprint, they've already corrected most of those things, because most of the other framework, like for instance, if you use waterfall module or V model, it is difficult to see those issues. You only see issues when you've already ended the project. And at that end, it is costly, very, very costly, because you have to scrap everything. When they say costly, it means you have to pay the developers because you are paying them every month. Something they've built for 1 year, they are getting monthly salary. You can't tell them, go. You have to pay them because you scrap everything. You have to pay the programmer, project manager, you know, everything, the buildings, and who will foot that bill? Because the customer, if the customer have already embarked that this project is $1 million project, remember you have 500, 100 of thousand to pay all of those buildings, and there is nothing left. So sometimes most IT company goes bankrupt if they're using different processes, but with Agile or Scrum methodology, it is really difficult to hit that point when you will not discover something, because there is daily inspection of the process.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. And that sounds really brilliant. So I have been listening once again like this. When it comes to security, you know, security concern is one of the issues we all have, especially when it comes to cyber stuff and so on, right? I heard about in-house threat and so on, or phishing. You know, these smart bad guys, they will go ahead of the game, try to do the phishing stuff and taking advantage of people and so on. We understand that even though there are layers and layers of security in our products, in entire company, you experts have always taken a disclaimer that you cannot promise 100% of anything at all. So how possible is it that we can face situations of phishing or in-house threats and so on? And what can we do about that? Brother Bob, Oliver, everybody just go
Yes, yes, that's a fair assumption to make, a fair statement to make. We guarantee security, but you cannot guarantee anything 100%. There's a fair chance that something like that could happen. But there are two things that we have to do that must be in play. Number one, training, awareness, security awareness, and training to train the employees, even us, the founders, of phishing, the various ways in which people could be phished, could be lured into divulging or relinquishing their personal information that could be used against us, right? So when the consumer of this information, when they are aware of these techniques that the bad guys use, because we always have to be on top of things, it will help. It can help to prevent or alleviate some of these concerns. Also, the company has what we call a rapid incident response team in place. Constantly, it consists of experts in various areas. And then we have our artificial intelligence, which is that supernatural watch night or security guard that is hovering over the system. So once they detect anything, any abnormality, guess what? There's what we call activation of an incident. There's an activation process that goes in place. They activate an action to take place, and then the incident response team reacts rapidly. They'll isolate that system, take it down, and then do what they have to do, fix it or repair it before they bring it up. So one, training awareness, security awareness and training must be in play. And then two, an incident response team ready to react as soon as there's any suspicions of data breach or any sort.
All right. So if I understand you well, I know that phishing will kind of breach the data security of an individual, and through that they can penetrate the company. Is that what you mean?
They could. Yes, they could.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me also add something on that security. May I?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thank you. Like my brother Bob just said, that security you don't give 100% because there are some risk that we can't eliminate them 100%. Those risks are called residual risk. They'll always be there. We'll identify them, but we cannot fix them because and they're not that harmful to the system. They are called residual risk. They must be there. Those risks should be there, but they're not that dangerous or harmful that they can harm the system. But they monitor them to make sure that people can the bad guys can also take advantage if they know some of those residual risks. So they're there. We monitor them, like the training that Bob just said. That training part is very important. For example, that phishing. Let me advise the house. I just said it in the Ghanaian webinar. Please, when we start making the money, do not click any link easily. If your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, they sent you an email that is from OnPassive, that is not in the back office, do not click on that link. Take your phone, call your mom. Did you send me this email? It's your brother. Did you send me any email? You are not in OnPassive. How come you are sending me an email? Once, just the fact that you got that email, that your brother is not or your mom is not in OnPassive, then you got that email. That's number one click on your head. Pick a phone, call. You can take your mouse, go around where that link is. You will see some numbers, some kinds of numbers. Just forget about it, just delete. Do not open that email, that link that comes in on that email. Don't open it, or you might see a YouTube link. Don't click. Find out if it's not in the back office. Do not click, because when they get you, when they do use that link, when you click on that link, you open that link. Now everybody that is in your contact, your phone or your email, that we are all been captured and hacked.
Wow.
So we should be careful on that. I said, let me also bring it here.
Sure.
Because I talk about it in the Ghanaian webinar. I said, let me bring it here so that we should be careful about clicking link, because they will take hostage of your wallet. Start channeling your money from from your wallet to their bank account. So we should be very careful. So let me leave it there. Thank you,
bro. Thanks so much. So I would like to hear from another perspective, Brother Andy. You said a lot this week, and one of the things you said was like, there is no scam possibility on OnPassive. I know that this is a security question from the tech guys. So from your own perspective as a PGOS person and so on, you said this with some level of confidence, which means you know where you are coming from. So from your own angle, what do you mean when you say OnPassive is kind of almost scam free?
What Ash has done is design OMail so that when we send mails from OMail, they go straight into somebody's inbox. They don't go in spam because they have no spam words attached to them. So from an email marketer's perspective, there are several products out there with email marketing, but two in particular are Aweber and GetResponse. Now, what they do is they allow you to send out a certain number of emails per day, per week, per month, whatever, and have a certain number of contacts. If you have more contacts, the price goes up, etc., etc. So the more contacts or potential customers you have, the more the cost. So let's say an email marketer comes on board with OnPassive. First of all, he has no limitation to the number of contacts he can email to, bearing in mind they are subscribers. Yeah, he can use the capture pages and the funnels creation tools, etc. And they form part of his list. But that list, let's say that list is 100,000, it's not going to cost him any more to send 100,000 emails out. And the beauty about the non-spam scenario is every single email that he will send out will go through a spam checker. And if there are any words that will be flagged up, then you get the opportunity to change those words so that the email then will not go into spam, it will go into an inbox. Now, just think of the email marketing scenario. If you're sending out 100,000 emails to a person's inbox, what would that do for your business? That's an incredible possibility, because if you're sending 100,000 emails out and 90,000 of those are going into spam, how many of you here on this panel actually read your spam? I don't. I just check to see if there's anything in there of interest. Bang, it's all gone.
Right.
So nobody does that. But if you've got an email in your inbox, you go, well, that's interesting. What's that? And you click on it, and you at least have a look. So the open rate for an email marketer within OnPassive is going to be 100%. They're going to go into the inbox. They're not going to go into spam. So what do you think that would do for somebody's business? Now, not just an email marketer, but somebody who's promoting for their business. So if I relate it back to financial services, I know of companies with 20, 30, 40,000 what we class as orphan clients, where these clients have been taken on board and now don't have a consultant to look after them. So they sit in there in the company's back office, as it were. Now, if you've got somebody being able to use an email system that makes sure that every single one of those will receive in their inbox an email from the company, how powerful is that? How powerful from a sales point of view is that, let alone the company perspective and the additional revenue that it could generate just by being able to send emails to an inbox that somebody might read. And the open rate is 90% as opposed to 10%.
Wow.
Incredible opportunity.
Yeah, thank you. So in addition, Andy, still to you, you made us understand that it's of great significance that all of our products are put together in one ecosystem, and you connected it equally to the fact that the single sign-on is a time saver. Could you walk us through that again so that we'll get a better understanding? Some people missed out on this. After this, I would like equally my brother Tony Monk to add his voice to support what you are saying, because I know that he has been in online marketing for about 2 decades. So I would like to hear from you both, please.
Okay, so the single sign-on is again a massive tool. From our point of view, if you click onto your email address, you have to put your email and your password in to get access to it. If you then want to go into another application, you come out of that and you go into something else, and oftentimes that also requires a password. But let's relate it to a human resources package where you've got an accounting tool, you've got a hiring tool, you've got all of these different software that you have to log out of, log into. And you've got to remember every single password for every single application that you're using. Now, if for any reason you forget one of these passwords or it flags up with a problem with the password, you've got to get your technical support involved so that you can get another password sent out. I know, because I've been in the situation using company email addresses and having an issue getting into it. You have to get tech support out. If you've got a single sign-on scenario where every single password, you've got one password with your email address, and then you get a code number that you can then put in. So a single sign-on, and then all of a sudden you've got a suite of products that encompasses every single thing that you need. You don't have to go and look for another password for this, that, and the other. The time saving with this is an incredible opportunity. Think of a government setup or even a major corporation setup, having all of these different things that they've got to log into, log out of, log into, log out of. just having one single sign-on saves them time, and time in any business is money. Does that help?
Thank you. Thank you so much. That does help, of course. So Tony, would like to hear from you too, please.
Oh, thank you, Sister Comfort. Yeah, no, Andy actually explained it quite well from a marketing point of view. If anybody knows what an autoresponder is, it's a place where you keep emails, emails that you promote to people, and it goes onto a list. You create a list. Now, Andy's talking about spam free. In the old days, when I used to send my products to a list, I'd be lucky if I got a 10% open rate. Now, Andy's talking about a spam-free email that the open rate is like 90%. Okay, in the old days, if I got 3% to 5% return on investment, I was very happy. 7-figure earners, 8-figure earners are happy if they're getting 3% return ROI or a 5%. Okay, now Ash, just because it's almost 90%, Andy's talking about with a spam-free email service, that's why it's going to be 20 to 25% ROI. You start to see the power here. It's absolutely amazing. What OnPassive is putting together has never, ever been done before. This is the first time in history that something like this has been done. We're talking about a CEO who's created a list of over 850 million people. That's unheard of. 7-figure earners, 8-figure earners don't have a list that big. Some of them are lucky if they have 3 million. This is a guy that had almost 1 billion on his list. And at that time, that's almost half of the internet. Okay, so yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing to create a spam-free filter through the email service of OMail is absolute genius, because we're gonna have everything in one place. We're going to be the hunted. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So when we have everything in one place and people are looking for products and services that we have, it's all there already. So if we want to promote to this list, we can promote to this list on Walmart. You know, some other products that were like, for example, if you go to ClickBank and use some of those products, we can promote these products to the list that we already have. And when we promote it to that list, it's spam free. So the message gets to these people directly. It doesn't go into the spam folder. So it's genius. What Andy just said is absolutely spot on. It's absolutely amazing. I'm excited. I've never seen anything like this in the 26 years that I've been doing this. Thank you, Sister Comfort. Back to you. Thank you.
Thanks, bro. Thank you so much for that great support. And I really do appreciate. Guys, this is me. When you say things in front of me, you're doing a presentation, make sure you say it well, because I'm good at holding people responsible for what you say. So, Brother Bob, this is you. You say what we are doing now, like if a company signs up on OnPassive, one of the greatest benefits they would have would be like the elimination of licensing for companies and stuff like that. We are selling our business to the world. We don't know who is listening. So can you go back to that again and let's know what that means? And yeah, thank you.
Okay, yeah, good question. So well, this is part of what I do every day. Actually, I approve this license, you know, so that's a good question to be directed to me.
So I heard you well then.
Yes. So what happens is typically when a company, let's say they subscribe or they buy a software, a software to use in their system. So they come, they make the acquisition, they make the purchase, and then the number of users, the number of people using these products, like maybe it might be in a department, for instance. So in that department, you have 50 people, 50 users who are going to be using this software on a daily basis. So they pay the yearly subscription for the software, and then they're also paying for the user, the licenses, right? Oh. Every year, they have to renew that license. They have to do a renewal and make another payment for that software or for the services that they're delivering. So what Mr. Mufara does is, remember, he keeps saying that we are on Meta, right? He has eliminated this licensing agreement. Once you subscribe, you get an OnPassive product or a package. you got it. That's it. There's nothing for you to come and say, oh, I have 100 people in my department, or I have 50 people in my department, and then every year you come and you do a yearly renewal. You have to go through another security review process, because before we approve it the next year, we have to do another review of your system, make sure security posture is intact as it was last year, and before they approve these licenses to continue for another year. So Ash Mufara takes away that bottleneck. In fact, OnPassive is a dream come true for IT vendor management departments and legal teams, because you have to go through the vendor management department again, go through the risk assessment again, and then the legal team, then they will assign an addendum to make sure that, security, everything is intact. All that bottleneck is eliminated because you have a one-stop shop, you get it, and it's unmetered.
Okay, if I get you well, because it seems like this review is a kind of security review and everything intact. Yeah. If Ash is waiving this, does it mean that other companies do that just to make money? Or is it that they really want the security to be sure that everything is in order?
The security review is from my internal third-party risk management review by internal company. It doesn't have anything to do with the outside third party, just to make sure we are intact.
All right.
So that does not really have, it's just what we do, our own internal security controls that we take in perspective before bringing in these third parties.
Okay, brilliant. So guys, I requested before that if there's someone joining us who is not yet a founder, they should let us know. Sister Grace, if you can, please check the comments on YouTube. If there is someone watching with us who is not a founder, we would like to know and give them a bit more attention, because we want everybody on board. That is Mr. Ash Mufara's heart desire. So let's do just that, guys. Thank you so much, guys. You are doing a good job, and I'm just flipping through because that is what you do. Everything you say, I just take it down, and everything is in disorder, but I hope that we're doing okay so far. Sister Fumi, is there any question on the chat section, please, before we move ahead? And are we missing out? Is there anybody we need to acknowledge? Auntie Lynn, please check. Sister Corina, please check. Let's just make sure that we're not leaving out anything. We're not neglecting or ignoring some people. We don't do that anyway.
There are no questions, Sister Comfort, but like I said, I was removing those that had iPhones, emails. I'm removing them from the meeting. Please, you can hear perfect right now.
Wait, hold on.
Sorry, can I just say that, please, because it's a bit of a tick off for me personally, because we're all adults. We are in a business meeting. You need to have your surname, your first name, and the country that you're connecting from. So, but as for questions, none at all.
All right, thank you so much, guys. I'm really going to have a fight with my own partner here. I'm just appealing on behalf of this meeting is public. We don't know who is here today. I just plead that we bear with some people, because it could be someone's joining this webinar for their first time and they're leaving now. If you take them out, maybe they lose this opportunity. We'll have ourselves to blame. I don't know if that's a good request, but it's still up to you. But my appeal is that you bear with them for today, because it might be new. This is new to some people, given that this is public. That's my appeal, guys. Thank you. So let's hear from our brother Collins, brother Oliver, who is taking the, Collins, you said this, and let's hear more about this. When you talk about minimum value products and their significance, and you say, oh, they're already good for use and stuff like that, some of these things we don't understand. So go back to it, break it again, explain and say what it means to us as founders, to the business, and how, so that we should know. We really want to be in the know. That's why we're here anyway. Collins, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So,
Comfort, that's a good question. Minimum value products. So normally when you follow the process, right, you always build in, I call it baseline products. Mr. Ash, before I use the term minimum value product. So it is a product that is acceptable. You know, a product that, for instance, Mr. Tony Monk said, I want this particular thing to be built. And he said, this is acceptable based on my criteria. So minimum value products are products that have almost all the functionality that are usable. So for instance, if you want to build an old mail, say Gmail or Yahoo Mail, look at the functionalities. They are all the same. But what is your S factor? S factor is the market point that will make you to beat all the other products in the market. So if you look at it, you say, okay, this product has this, has this, has this. We have this, have this, have this. That is the thing. And for instance, we are talking as a customer, as a user, what will make me to leave Gmail to go to Omail? If you tell me Omail has this, I'll look at Yahoo Mail. I say, okay, Yahoo Mail also tell me your S factor. So the minimum value, it is the value that is across the board. Now, what Mr. Ashford is doing now is taking the product above every other product, things that they don't have, things that they will sit and look at it and say, my goodness, to put this is difficult. We can go based by functionality. For instance, if I tell you, we have retrieve. So when you send an email, you can recall it. We have that functionality in Omail. Do you know the other company that has it? I don't know if you know. Yahoo doesn't have it. Gmail doesn't have it. Outlook. Now, what are the functions we have? If you look at our whole system, it is integrated. Calendar is just in front of you they don't have that. That is the S factor. That is the S factor. That is the market value that will beat all the other products, because people are tired of clicking this button, another pop-up, another pop-up, another pop-up. They want everything to be in one place. Our integration is our X factor.
Wow.
But the minimum value is what you can see in others. Now we are taking it to another level, and another level, and another level, stuck in the code.
Let me also add on that.
Yes, bro.
Just the fact that we have artificial intelligence embedded into all our products, 100% automated and integration, bam, that alone, we're even talking about the specific features that are in just those three things. No company, I say no, they don't have it from scratch. AI embedded from scratch with automation and integration. So just that alone, we are starting from the top.
Yes, so that is a value. Now, Oliver is talking about what is making us different from others. But what we talk about minimum is what we agree that, look at other companies, they have it. That is our baseline. Now we are taking integration. We are talking about spam-free.
Okay.
No company has spam-free. Artificial intelligence kicking everything out. So that is the X factor of our products. We don't have spam folder.
Yep. Connect. Dual screen sharing. staff. Anything about the human resource plus addition of biometrics is there. Now it's taking us to the next level. So we can take all our products, name them one after the other, stuck in the code.
Collins, I think for Outlook, even one beauty about Omail, I think for Outlook, there's a specific time, maybe like 5 minutes, where you cannot recall the mail back. But for Omail, so long as that mail has not been read, you can recall it.
Yeah, 100% true.
All right.
That is beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I don't know how I got here, but you guys are doing really great. They answer every question really well, to my satisfaction. I don't know about others. Guys, let's know in the chat section, both on YouTube and here. Let's know if these guys are doing well, please. They are doing brilliantly to me. I don't know about you. So my best friend, Frank, your hand is up. I'll just ask you to unmute.
Thank you, Sister Comfort, for the opportunity. My question has to do with the SSO, if I'm allowed to.
Sure.
Thank you. I recall when OFounders was introduced, there were 2 layers of security. There was a CAPTCHA, and then there was a OTP. And I remember some founders had a bit of challenge, so CEO had to eliminate the CAPTCHA. Now, with the introduction of SSO, I believe more security is needed. I just want to know from our tech team, what are some of the layers of security we should respect as founders with the coming to being of the SSO to ensure the security and safety of our account, and at the same time not serve as an inconvenience to some of the founders who are not much of a tech savvy? That's my question. Thank you.
See, I can start, and then Bob and security guys will come in because they'll deep into the security.
Well, it would depend on me. If you say something and Frank says he's happy with that, I'm moving.
Yeah, I just want to highlight it because I just want to highlight about SSO.
All right.
Something that we already have from the beginning. Single sign-on is not something that is new in OnPassive. When we started saying it, is because people never knew that the way when they log in is single sign-on. You know, from Go Founder to O Founder, because the moment you log in, what do you see? You see all the other applications. You don't need to go into anywhere. You navigate through everything. So there was single sign-on in it. There's just that we come and then start to about single sign-on now, because it's our CEO, Mr. Ashra, asked us to go and explain single sign-on. But it's not like it wasn't there. It was built with single sign-on from the origin, from the onset. So I'll leave it for the security guys to take it.
Yeah, that's true, Collins. You got it right on the head. What is happening, Frank, is as you log in that initial authentication, the system authenticates you all throughout all the applications, and then that extra layer of the OTP, one time password, is just the extra layer of security that is needed. That is what I believe Mr. Ash just wanted us to bring this topic forward as we are preparing to go to the marketplace. So the marketplace understands that this system is coming into the marketplace integrated with single sign-on. But we are already practicing it right now as we speak, like Colin said. So you have no inconvenience. So whatever process we are going through is what it is.
Okay. Brother Oliver, did you feel like adding some more thing?
Okay, let me just break it also down a little bit. When you talk about the single sign-on, that comes with also MFA, multi-factor authentication. That's MFA is multi-factor authentication. What does that mean is that when you log in, it identifies that this is you, Frank. Frank, yeah. That is you. Then now it gives you that access now. It authenticate you now by sending an OTP to really identify you again. Frank, is this you? Sending that number. Most places it's on your phone, but I would prefer the email, because the email is another additional security, because that is your email. You know, that is your email. You identify that is your email. You go and get that code, that OTP number from your email to come log in. That is that additional security, so that nobody who will able to tamper with your account or your wallet. Because once you get in, they have to make sure that is you, so that when you get in, you have access to all the other applications.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So,
and Comfort, just to mention something before you take the next hand.
Right.
Webinars, people go and said, Go Founder was not secured. Please discard that. It's a big lie. Go Founder was one of the most secured. The reason why we transitioned to O Founder was because we need a volume, a place that can hold the product and all of us, the founders. That's why we moved into O Founders. The Go Founder, when you listen, they said it wasn't secured. Please, that is really, really bad for the company. It was one, and it's a product that OnPassive can sell out there. So I'm just saying this to the founders and those who are listening. Go Founder was 100% secure. So I just want to mention.
Which means O Founders is just kind of a magnified version of Go Founders. It's a bigger version of O Founders.
Correct, it's just a bigger version of Go Founder that will hold everything.
Thanks for bringing that up, bro. Brother Frank, I'm very sure you're more than satisfied. Correct. Thank you. So guys, welcome those who are joining us now. This is OnPassive Heroes. We are on a public webinar. As you can see, we're streaming live on YouTube, and we only attend to general Q&A, questions of the week and stuff. We don't do support stuff here. If you have any support questions or concerns, please see you tomorrow at the round table. Our great leaders are waiting to do just the right thing for us. Thank you. So let's hear from our own brother in the house, Gustav Karl from Germany. So you can unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, thank you, everybody, and be blessed, everybody. I have a question, and I don't know if it's the right time. Some founders asked me in the old mail, in our application, the virtual office, it's not possible to change that old mail name. My question from them is the following. This email that is in the virtual office application, when we will go to launch, will go to be automatically in our, let's say, mail as a customer, or that is only just in this stabilization And later on, when we will go to lunch, we will go to have the finally email that we want to put it as the same that is matched with our domain, etc. Is this how will go to be, or is it not possible to change that email that is already done?
Team, what do you think? How do we handle this?
Collins, you want to take it?
All right, I'm unmuted. I think Bob is unmuted.
I didn't get it. I was.
Bob is ready to go. Let's hear.
I think let me just take it and then they can add.
Yep.
So what you're saying, the email that you have now is your email. That default email that comes like, what's your name? Gustavo Gale at omail.ai. Yes, that's your default email. Even when we go live, that will be your default email. But you can create additional emails from that account because you have that Omail account. But Omail is, I believe, is going to be a product too that people will be able to subscribe to, just like we subscribe to Yahoo and Gmail and all these other email and create accounts. But when we go live, that this new email you will not be able to change. This is your default email that you have now in your back office. You will not be able to change it.
All right.
Will be able to change or not? Yeah, sorry, because it's too much. If I understood, will be able to change or will not?
You will not,
because I didn't.
No, you will not change it.
No.
Okay, because
you can create additional email addresses.
Of course. Okay, I understood that. But for example, some people have two accounts, and one of those was a gift to, let's say, the mother or whatever. So they put it, let's say, whatever, as a name with a woman name, no? And because this woman does not want to handle because it's too old, say, please take it in your name and return back, and you have managed all. So that's mean that this person that will go to manage that account as a sponsor or confidence person, then he will go to stay with that, let's say, woman name email. So no makes sense. You got it? The problem there?
Gustavo, the Omail, your Omail account does not have anything to do with your O-Founder account. The Omail is a product. So you want to worry.
Yes, I know.
You want to worry about the email that is associated with this O-Founder account, which is the unique, the primary key. So separate the two. These are two different things you are talking about. The Omail is not the Omail account that is managing your O-Founders account. No.
No, I don't mean
think
that.
what he's talking, I think what you're talking about is when you sign up for Omail, when you've gone into the back office and you've signed up for Omail, it is automatically used your username or part of your username that you've joined. You can change that. Well, when you log on, you can change the email. So you can put in a custom email. Once you've done it, however, you're not going to be able to change that. So once you've gone into Omail and you've got this account, you've opened that account, it'll give you the opportunity to put in your name at omail.ai. Yeah, it will default to the name that was on the account to start with, but you can change that. If, however, Omail you've gone into Omail and clicked on it, opened it using the default one, then I'm sorry, but I don't think you're going to be able to change that.
Okay, perfect.
I'm not sure. I have to look into that though. I'm not.
Yeah, I think that's true. That's true.
Yeah, if I may advise
this, right.
Brother Colin, if I may advise Gustavo, if you've got time tomorrow, you may visit the round table again. And ask this same question and make sure you get yourself really well clarified. It will help other people too.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
I think I want to say something also here on Gustav. This virtual office thing is called back office, not virtual office. I would like that we should try to educate our people, not only technically, but the word that we use to describe, because I hear you talk about virtual office. No, it's a back office.
Perfect.
I think Collins, maybe you can explain on that better, so that we should stop using words that are not the right words to use.
Yeah, I think Oliver is right. We should start to educate our people. Let's follow what our Ash said, because he's the tech guy. He's a guru in tech, and as well, the tech guys who are there, they are guru. And if they can say back office, they call it stone. Why should we change it to virtual? So, and if you look at what is virtual and what is back, we can explain that, but that will be a topic for another day. But truly, as Brother Oliver said, it is back office, it's not virtual office. We work virtually, but operate in your back office, because remember, we have the products. Nobody is seeing the products. We are the first eye. When it opens to the market, or you are working with customer face to face, that's what you call virtual. But anything back, that's where your cash is flowing. That's where you do beta testing. Beta tester. So we are testing in our back office. There is nothing, but some people call it and say, you are not working virtually, you are working remotely in your back office.
All right.
Of course.
Yes. That. We shouldn't use certain terminology in IT which is incorrect.
Okay, thank you guys for bringing this up. That was a great observation, and I really appreciate that. Are you okay now, Gustavo? If not, like I said,
yes, tomorrow I will.
Yes, please. All right. Okay, thank you.
I want to assist.
Say again, please.
Yes, tomorrow I have a question with the domains issue. So tomorrow is better to do that question also. No?
Yes,
right?
Please. Yes, sure. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. So we can see another hand up, Sam. I'm going to unmute you, please. No support questions. If you have any support issues, please. See you tomorrow at the round table. Sam.
Hello. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, greetings. I want to ask about the email, access to email. For example, if I want to open a mail on Gmail, I just go to Gmail and then sign in the necessary information and create an email. Now for email, when we launch to the public, is it going to do, somebody that wants to open an email, does he need to now go to OnPassive website, or you just type email and he has access to email and then open? Somebody who just want to open an email.
I think we move this to let's move this to the round table, please.
Okay.
Please just attend the round table.
This is very quick, but it's all to do with single sign-on, as I mentioned earlier, Sam. You've got all of these products under one roof. You sign on once, you've got everything there. Your email is just one of those products.
Okay.
Sam, does that help?
Yeah, it helps.
Okay, maybe you want a bit more, since Andy has gone on it. Andy, if you have a bit more to add to that, just help, because he's like reluctantly yes, it helps.
The whole point of the OnPassive ecosystem is that everything is under one umbrella. So when you go in the morning, you sign on to your email normally. You put your email address in and your password, and you sign on to your email. With OnPassive, what you're going to do is to use the email that you've set OnPassive up with and get that code. Once you're in that code, then you can go into any one of the different products that will be there. Now, we as founders are going to be very lucky, because we'll have a button in the top corner that says founders, and you'll be able to click on that and access all of the products that you've got under that umbrella. And OMail is just one of those products. So yes, Ash has already said, I would start commuting my existing contact base into your OMail account, because once it goes live, you're going to have all of these other features that Gmail and Yahoo and Hotmail and all of the other different ones don't have. So my suggestion would be move all your contacts across. Yes, it's single sign-on. Yes, you get your code, and then you go into OnPassive as you do today. But then there's your email address as one of, or there's your email as one of the products. Does that help, Sam?
Yes, it does. But for example, for customers who will be coming in, how would they access it? I'm not talking of founders now, customers.
Okay, so customers, again, depending on what they are signing up for, if they just want to use the OMail for the encryption, the anti-spam, the security aspect, they would sign up just to use OMail. So they would be able to go onto the OnPassive website and log onto their OMail from there. A bit like putting in gmail.com instead of google.co.com and then going into, I'm sure you'd have the same system, yes.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, Sam, thank you. When we hear you say thank you, it feels different now, and we appreciate you for coming. Thank you. So, guys, I know it's 9 o'clock, but I had a few things which I really wanted us to address. Let's do that really quick. So,
Mr. Comfort.
Yes,
please, just a quick one. I just read something from the chat that said from Mohinder Kalsi UK. He said he or she said for OMail, founders will be able to sign in 2 ways: 1 via their back office, and 2 via the web application. Just any other customer. Thank you. I think that's it. I just wanted to draw into attention. Thank you.
Thanks for being vigilant. Thank you so much. Yeah. So I'm just going to give a few stuff for people to do, and after that, we are going to close the session for tonight. So Andy, there's something you said. I think it's important for the public to know. It's interesting and exciting to me as a person when you say the government has something to benefit from this, and so you were looking at things. You say the government looking at our business or product from another or from various perspectives. Can you say how much they're going to benefit or use our product and so on? I think this gives somebody to raise an eyebrow that, okay, if governments are interested, then I'm interested, stuff like that.
Okay, all right. Every single large corporation will use the products that we've got, a number of the products that we've got, whether it's to create a flyer for their business or and you can relate this to a government. So whether they want to create something using ODIT, whether they need accounting to run a section of their budget spending, or whether it's to be able to communicate with all of their various employees using OPIA, or whether it's a video conferencing tool. See, the governments currently have been using Zoom. And we know Zoom has some security issues, or has had some security issues, whereas we know that our OConnect is totally encrypted. There is no limitation. The other potential aspect of OConnect is that it's going to be able to send bandwidth to people in areas with poor connections, and therefore making sure that they remain on the call. So there's 4 or 5 to start with, but HR is another one that they're likely to take advantage of and make use of, because everything is under one umbrella. And again, from the single sign-on perspective, the time aspect, as we know. So there's lots of different opportunities that governments will look at with the suite of products that we've got, and large corporations are exactly the same. You know, the likes of companies like Adidas or Nike, for instance, are going to come for the specific targeted traffic. We're going to save them thousands, because if you think about it, again, at their current advertising budget, they use TV and various media, including things like pay-per-click and Facebook advertising. All right, well, pay-per-click in particular is extremely haphazard. How about specific targeted traffic, knowing exactly what your customer is looking for the moment they put in a keyword? How powerful is that? So you're going to have all of these major companies coming on board. Now, they're not likely to become resellers. That's not in their interest in the slightest. They're just coming for a product or products. Yeah, or the suite of products. So governments will come for a suite because there's lots of things in there that they would use. The companies like Adidas or Nike or etc. are likely to come for the specific targeted traffic. Now, we know as founders that we're going to benefit from part of the profit that's going to be generated from these guys that will come for those things. Other companies are likely to come for OConnect. You know, the Academy, the learning facilities. Again, governments will use that from a point of view of being able to put videos online for to teach their employees specific tasks that are required within their job specifications. And every new recruit has to go through a process. So all of these things are, you know, Ohire's another one. All of these things, if you look at the suite of products, there's going to be something for everybody. Governments will use an awful lot of the various different opportunities that they've got, but it's going to filter down to each and every employee, and each and every employee will look at it and go, oh, this is interesting, I could do with that, or I could do with that. So you're going to get this incredible viral situation where they're being introduced by their companies, their friends, the internet. You know, they're doing Zoom calls or they're doing OConnect calls. All of a sudden it's like, oh, and you're just going to see this massive mushroom cloud of customers coming on board.
Wow, thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you. So you just mentioned the specific targeted traffic and stuff like that. Brother Tony, if you can quickly, I know you this means a lot to you. You've been there before. What does he mean? Given that we're addressing especially non-founders, somebody would like to hear this so that they find reason to finally join us, right? So what is specific targeted traffic and what is its significance in our business?
Okay.
Tony, please.
Yes, thank you, Sister Comfort, and well stated, Andy. Well stated. Targeted traffic, specific targeted traffic is traffic that's looking for exactly what you have. Okay. For example, earlier I was talking about an autoresponder, and I have a list. I have a list of people that like to make money on the internet. I have another list of people that want to lose weight. Okay, so I'm going to send products of losing weight to the list that wants to lose weight. That's what you call targeted traffic. These people are looking for exactly what you have. In OnPassive, because of what Andy stated earlier with our old mail being spam free, I really do believe that we're going to get probably an open rate of not between 90 to 100%. And these people on our list, it could be tens of thousands to a million people on our list. They're going to be looking for exactly what we have because that's what you call targeted traffic. Now, the ROI, the return on investment, is going to be between 20 and 25%. Like I said earlier, that's completely unheard of. When Ash actually said that, I thought, oh my God, that can't be true, but it is true. When you build a system that's self-sustaining, a system that is self-sustaining, all the people in that system are like-minded people. There's going to be people in that system, in our system, meaning OnPassive, that are going to be looking for ways to make even more money on the internet, or ways to lose weight, or any physical products that they may want. We have Walmart. We can promote these products from another area on Walmart, and these people that are in our system are looking for exactly what we have. So that's what you call targeted traffic. Targeted traffic is something that is very hard to create. Today, you can do it through artificial intelligence with IP addresses, which is absolutely phenomenal. But back in the day, you had to pretty much get on the phone and talk to people to create a list of targeted traffic. But today, because of our artificial intelligence, it'll do it within seconds. It'll get millions and millions of people within seconds that are targeted traffic that are looking for exactly what we have, which are the physical products plus the digital products that we have as well. So I hope that answers your question. Thanks.
Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you. That's just wonderful. I really do appreciate it. So I would like to hear from my own brother and our guardian angel, John Barilla. You are always there with us all the time. If you could raise your voice now and just say a few reasons why somebody should join OnPassive. What are the significant, what are the benefits of becoming a member of this business, of this company, founding member? I've just asked you to unmute. Oh, sorry. Correct. Oh, somebody muted him again. All right.
There we go. There we go.
Yes.
What would be the benefit of the hi? Hello, everybody. I still have a little bit of a vocal problem, but I'm going to just make it short. The benefit of joining OnPassive is that it's a business with a big heart that's going to take care of you by doing everything for you once you get involved with us. In so many ways, I can't even go into very quickly, just all of the various products that we have, that whether we use them or not, they're going to benefit us in the way that they're such viable products that people are going to need, that they do need out there, that really we're just going to benefit in many ways, not only to create some generational wealth, but just to help humanity and be kind to the world, and all of the things we're going to do with some of our products like Oh Bless. So it's just going to benefit you in more ways than just financially. It's going to help us be a better people, make you a better person. So that's about all I have to say. I love to come and support this particular group, and I'd been here before. I hadn't been here for a while, so it's good that I'm glad that I came today. So that's all I have to say, though, folks. That if you're thinking about joining us, don't take too long. It's time to make the decision. Don't wait for that date we've been hearing about when the founders are over. Why wait till the last second? Now's the last few seconds, few minutes, few moments. Join us. We'd love to have you. That's all I have to say.
Thanks so much, John.
Can I add a tiny bit?
Oh, sure.
The reason I joined OnPassive is the simplicity of this. I love the tech guys; they're great. I am not technically minded in the slightest, but the fact that they register your domain name, build you a website, send specific targeted traffic to the website, close the sale, deal with all the customer support, and then pay me for every customer that falls in my group is genius. So anybody looking to set up a business of their own needs to take a much closer look at this opportunity, particularly if there are things that you don't understand how to do. This is all done for you. It's magnificent.
Wow. Thank you, guys. Thanks so much. We can't go without doing this. I really do apologize for keeping you here. Tech guys, please, really quick. What does it mean? Just blow our minds now. What does it mean when you say our data center is going live tomorrow? Really quick, really quick. Who is going first? Colin is smiling from molar to molar. Where are the rest? What is all right?
Yeah. So as I said, they've completed the development. They've completed development, and now they are migrating to the production environment, where we will start to see things will be happening behind, and there will be continuous migration of everything. So for instance, our data, they've already built it, the server, the racks, and everything is just running. Then now it's just to push a button and it will just go live. And what will happen, they will start to migrate some of the data, test it, make sure there is no glitches, no problem or issues, as they continue to build upon it, adding more data, and then from there, we just go. And he talk about downtime and uptime. There will be zero. Downtime means shutting down. So when you put the data, everything just crashes. There will be no downtime. So everything will be uptime, and already we have a cloud, which means there is a backup. So the moment we go, everything kicks in the cloud. So for instance, if one thing shut down, the cloud will just kick in and then recopy the data. We call it disaster recovery. And then they push it back again and everything is up. So that's the beauty that we are. Now, what would that happen to us? AWS, Amazon Web Services, Amazon Data Center, we are off. Our money now is coming in-house. We don't need them anymore. Soon, we will not need them anymore because we'll migrate all our information. Imagine all of us sitting here, the OnPassive founders, all our data is hosted where? In AWS, Amazon Web Services Data Center. Now they're bringing everything in-house because remember, we are paying a lot to them. That will be massive savings for OnPassive. because we have our own in-house, we have control of our data, we know what is happening within our data. You know, it's just like you have your saver, your money is in your pocket, you are sure of your own money. So that's data, because data is money. So I just want to leave it there. Thank you, Mr. Comfort.
No, thanks. That was brilliant. And just enough. I think we could not go without hearing a bit from that. Thank you so much, Sister Naomi. Finally, I'm handing over to you so that I can stop talking and let people go. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Wow. Like I said, you know, these are the two musketeers of heroes, you know, the two partners in crime. Thank you all. Thank you so much. That was so awesome. And thank you to our leaders. We so appreciate you for coming. And thank you all for coming to Heroes. And see you all next week, same time. We are also here, same time and same day on Sundays. Like my sister just said, please, if you are still behind the bar, come and join the moving train. Don't wait till my father used to say something. He said, had I know it's always at last, but it's only the, sorry to say my language, it's only the foolish people that used to use that word, had I know. Don't wait and say, I was at one webinar and they said I should have joined, but I was reluctant. Don't be reluctant, just join. And amen. We are almost there. And I'm so fired up. It's been a long time that I've been here, but I've been here for a long time. I am so fired up, and I don't know if I'll be able to catch some sleep today. So guys, amen. Thank you all. It was great having you again, and wish you all a nice week. Stay safe and keep on checking your back office. Please check your emails, check the spelling of your names, your telephone numbers. Try to correct everything. Don't wait till the last day. Last days are always dangerous. Please have a safe day. Night. Shall we all please unmute?
All unmute and say bye-bye.
Thank you, Bruce.
And shall we all say, see you all other
Bye,
guys.
guys. Love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Bye.